Hi everyone, welcome back to Exploring with George. I'm George Farrar. Let's continue our LA23 series and take a look at a wonderful walk I had on a hot July 17th, 2023. I started the day at Union Station, then I walked over to Los Angeles City Hall. I viewed the city from the observation deck, and boy did I have some beautiful views. I then walked the first 2 blocks of Grand Park. I walked towards Olive Street and walked it down to 5th Street, where I would film and visit the huge Los Angeles Central Library. I then got back onto 5th Street, and as I walked further out, to the right I could see the Bonaventure Hotel, which I remember seeing long ago in a movie called Nick of Time. It was a Johnny Depp movie called Nick of Time. It had Christopher Walken in it, and I remember the architecture of the hotel and how fascinating it really helped to make the movie. By that point, I was trying to find lunch, and there were these long lines at these different salad places, but I actually found a nice place in this interesting subterranean plaza. It had some, couple stores, couple places to eat, and I had a really nice salad lunch. And so after that, I emerged onto a street-level plaza and began walking south on Flower Street, and I took this great picture, one of my favorite pictures of the day. I then hung a left onto 6th Street. I walked past Pershing Square, snapping pictures along the way. At Broadway, I turned right and went down a block or 2 to take pictures in the theater district. Every time I visit downtown LA, I really enjoy Broadway and the theater district and seeing all the historic buildings. There's a reason they call it Historic Broadway. It's a great place to film and photograph. Just a wonderful time I have anytime I'm there, and July 17th, 2023 was no exception. I took some pictures of the Los Angeles and Palace theaters. I then, after going down towards 7th Street, I then went back up Broadway to above 6th Street, where I turned right to walk through the historic Spring Arcade, past restaurants and shops to Spring Street. I swung left onto Spring Street. I went up to the corner of Spring and 5th to visit the Last Bookstore, a cavernous, funky, and intriguing bookstore. Lots of books and some records, and believe it or not, some historic books. A lot to see, and I had a great time. Then I walked over to Broadway again, where I went north to the Bradbury building to film and photograph the interior and exterior of the building, which was built in the 1890s. It has an old-fashioned working elevator, several actually, an atrium, and ironwork, which this building, it had a somewhat unusual but interesting vibe. They only allow filming there on a mobile phone, and really interesting the way the atrium is shaped, and a really fun time, and another place that I'll be back to again. By this point, it was time for me to retreat to my suburban hotel at a South Pasadena area community called Arcadia. So I walked over to the historic Broadway metro station, and after a 20-minute or so wait, I caught a train out of downtown, and I spent the rest of the afternoon and evening relaxing from a somewhat hot day. But the shadows of the buildings gave me plenty of shade, and I took my time, so it worked out. And I always enjoy visiting LA when I can, and I know I will be next year. And of course, I'll be bringing you the best of the photography and film that I can do when I'm there. So I have a lot planned ahead, and I have a lot planned here on LA23. I'm going to, at some point, be presenting you with a travel guide where I'll talk about how to survive LA on a hot day in July. So make sure you bring your water to enjoy it. So also ahead, I'll be bringing you more directly ahead a musical show with what I call LA street art and also interesting places that I've seen. There's a lot to bring you still in our LA23 series, so please stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Take it easy. See you later.